Okay, friends, welcome. Happy 4th of July. I don't know you two in the back. What's your names? Tara? Tara Marley. Hi, welcome. Bogard and Sam, right? Sam, okay. Okay, my friends, thanks for being here on a holiday. Couple announcements. I have my frequency class this Saturday, so in 2 days. It is in this space, 7 to 9 p.m. The class is about 2 hours. Sometimes you get let out early, depending on if people are sharing at the end, or sometimes people never like to share. So we're just like, okay, bye. But it is breath work and sound. So you're not yogaing, you're just laying down and breathing one type of breath the entire time that is intended. If you've heard of holotropic breath, that's what it's where it's coming from, the lineage it stems from. But it's intended to take you basically out of here, your thinking, talking, judging mind, and just drop you into more of your felt senses so you can move stuff that's been kind of sitting around for a while. So emotions, really just anything. So it's a somatic experience. It's a body-based experience. It's not meant to necessarily be understood or figured out. And every experience, every breathwork experience is different for every person every time. So I just tell people, when you leave, you feel, I think, usually, almost always lighter than when you came. You just walk out feeling like, oh, so I feel lighter. I feel a little more like connected and energized, in my opinion. So worst case, I think that's how you feel. So I would love to have you. That's this Saturday, 7 to 9, $30 per person. Just breathing and sound. And then I'm just trying to think if there's anything else upcoming that I should say. Can't think of anything. So yeah, let's just do the thing. Yoga. Okay. So comfortable seat, if you're not already there, take a moment to adjust. And I even like to move a little bit. So you might start to just kind of feel into your physicality, maybe move through your shoulders or roll your head around. Maybe it would even feel good to take your arms up and stretch. So start to feel your physical body a little more. Notice how you slept last night and how your body feels this morning. And eventually, no rush, but eventually just settle into stillness. So seated meditation. And as you find seated meditation, feel into the length of your spine. You might even visualize the length of your spine. Close your eyes, or if you prefer to keep your eyes open, soften and lower your gaze. So try not to look around the room with satellite eyes, but just let your gaze lower, soften. And then just really start to become more present. So whatever's going on in your life today, whatever happened yesterday, this morning, whatever's happening later today, all of that for now, let it just kind of fall to the periphery, fall away. And just feel yourself in this space. Feel your sit bones on the ground, air on your skin. Start to notice your breath flowing through, rising and falling, expanding, contracting. And notice how you feel, not just physically, but see if you can notice, how do you feel energetically? How do you feel emotionally? Are there any emotions present? I'm not trying to change or fix or control anything, just noticing, just getting curious. And then with this heightened awareness, inhale and fill up as big as you can. So with your next inhale, just all the way to fullness and hold in that fullness. And then see if you can even take an extra little sip of air at the top. Open your mouth and great big sigh, let it go. Ah. Good. Do that twice more. Inhale, fill up. Hold. Extra sip. And when you're ready, out your mouth, let it go. Ah. Good. Last time. Huge inhalation. Fill up every single space inside of you with prana, with life force energy. Extra sip. See if you can even take 2 extra sips this time. And then when you're ready, release. Ah, very nice. Seal your lips and start to connect to your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So you're creating that whisper noise, that oceanic sound as you breathe. And then keep this breath flowing in the background and start to circle your torso around. So as you inhale, almost like you're taking a seated cow, your heart comes forward and over to one side. As you exhale, lean back and curl in, chin towards your chest, navel to spine, over to the other side. So just making a little flow with your breath as you circle around, finding as much mobility, your fullest range of motion here. So feel into your back body, your front body, your side bodies. Notice your shoulders. Notice your heart space. Notice your shoulder blades on your back body. Reverse your circles. Take a couple in the other direction. Notice, now that we started moving, what happened to your breath? Did you lose your connection to it, or is it still there? Big, spacious, powerful. As you are ready, my friends, we'll take this onto our hands and our knees. So very similarly, once you're on your hands and knees, start to either circle your hips around in great big circles, or if there's any other movement that's calling to you, anything else that would feel good in your own body, go there. So maybe it's just cat-cows, regular cat-cows. Maybe your body is craving a child's pose and you just want to sit back, hips to your heels, forehead to your mat. So whatever is calling to you this morning, and it doesn't even necessarily have to feel quote unquote good, it might just feel interesting. So maybe you move into those tender places, those stiff areas, breathe into them. Get curious about what's there. Invitation to close your eyes. So feel into your body. Just to be cheesy today, feel into the freedom in your own body. So when you close your eyes, you really can let go of judgment and just feel. So moving more freely, less kind of critically. Yeah, I love it, you guys. And then eventually, my friends, we will find our way into a downward facing dog pose. So just in your next few breaths, no rush. And take your time. Same thing once you're back in your down dog, feel around, explore, get curious. So even if you've been in this posture thousands of times, how does it feel today, this morning? What could you do? Nice, Tiff. What could you do to be a little more efficient in your body, perhaps? So maybe that means bending your knees or lifting to your tiptoes. Maybe that means just softening your face. You're not straining, you're not forcing. Nice poses, everybody. See if you can find a connection to your center. So it feels like rather than all of the energy is moving down into your hands, it essentially feels like the energy is moving up from your hands, connecting you to your core. So like there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button, pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. See if you can find that. Take one more big inhale into your dog pose. And then as you exhale, listen, just set your knees down gently and child's pose it out. So hips to your heels, forehead to your mat. Knees can be wide or knees can be together, maybe somewhere in between. Invitation to sway your hips side to side or roll your forehead side to side a little bit. we will flow breath to movement just through a very simple few movements. So next time you inhale, friends, rise up into cow posture. So heart lifts, tailbone lifts, spinal extension. And as you exhale, cat posture, curl in, hollow out, maybe even push the ground away with your hands. And then inhale, come back to a neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog, stretch it out. Exhale, child's pose, set your knees down, hips to heels, all the way to empty. So that's it, that's our flow. Inhale, cow pose. Beautiful breath. Exhale, cat, curl in. And as you inhale, find a neutral spine, curl your toes under, take your hips back and up, lengthen. Exhale, set your knees down and set your hips back, child's pose, empty out. We'll do that just once more. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, curl in, spinal flexion, cat pose. And then neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your knees, send your hips back and up, down dog. Exhale, child's pose. Good, everyone. This time, inhale, come up to your hands and your knees. We're gonna turn it into a thread the needle. So knees at least hips width distance apart, right arm reaches out and all the way up. Thread your right arm through, come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. You can work it however you want to. Big, deep breaths into your back body. So really focus on expanding into the back of your heart space, that space between your shoulder blades. Back ribs, low back kidneys, adrenals. Send your breath there. Then all the way to emptiness with your exhalations. Good job, friends. Take about 2 more rounds. If you do happen to have your left hand lifted, set it back down. And then on an inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it out, reach it up. Exhale, set your right hand down, tabletop. Now, from your tabletop, come down to your left forearm. So left forearm to the ground and bring your right hand back about a foot. So it's like your right arm is in chaturanga. It's like your right arm is doing a push-up. So from here, moving towards kind of a half dolphin pose, tuck your toes under, lift your hips back and up. Take about 5 deep breaths here, strong and powerful through your left shoulder. And keep your right arm strong. Try not to let your right shoulder roll forward. So hug your right shoulder blade towards your spine. If and only if you want to add an extra challenge, see if you can lift your left leg to the sky. Take about 2 more breaths wherever you are at. Connect to your center. Soften your face. Strong through your left leg if it's lifted. Active through your left foot. Last big inhale. Invitation to exhale out your mouth. Left foot comes down, knees come down. Sit back and rest, child's pose. So give yourself a moment. Again, maybe sway your hips, maybe roll your forehead. Maybe you even walk your hands to one side and then the other. We're gonna come back into that flow we did just a moment ago. Take it about 3 more times. Breath to movement. So next time you inhale, come into your cow pose. Spinal extension. Exhale, spinal flexion, round, hollow out. Neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Inhale. Exhale, set your knees down gently, child's pose. So good, everybody. Inhale, cow, just like that. Maybe close your eyes and move from the inside. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral spine, downward facing dog. Stretch, lengthen. And child's pose, set your knees down, set your hips back. Last time, just like that. Inhale, cow. Maybe you lift to your fingertips just to switch it up. Exhale, curl in. And neutral spine position, downward facing dog pose. Breathe in. Exhale, child's pose. Gently come down and sit your hips back. Empty out. Rise up, hands and knees. And this time we'll move into thread the needle with our left arm. So knees at least hips width distance apart. Left arm out, left arm up. Breathe in, reach as high as you can. Exhale, thread your left arm through. So come down to rest gently on the outside of your left shoulder, outside of your head. So the ground is holding and supporting you, but you should also feel your core engaging to hold you and support you here as well. Nice, Sue. So that connection to your center. Awesome, Jill. See if you can feel your breath in your back body, expanding every inhale. And then contracting all the way to emptiness with your exhales. About 3 more rounds. Nice, Sam. Beautiful poses, you guys. Soft forehead, soft jaw. If you happen to have your right hand lifted, slowly and intentionally set it back on the ground. On an inhale, unthread your left arm. Reach it all the way out and up once again. Exhale, left hand down. And then our funky dolphin pose, this time right forearm to the ground. And then walk your left hand back about a foot or so. So think chaturanga with your left arm. You don't want your shoulder rolling forward. You want your shoulder plugged in, nice and strong. As you are ready, tuck your toes, lift your hips. So strong, strong, strong through your right shoulder, and then strong through your left arm. Don't let your left shoulder roll forward. If it is rolling forward and you feel like you can't help it, see if walking your left hand back a little bit or out to the left a little bit helps at all. Stay where you are at, or option to extend your right leg to the sky. So use your core and then use your strong right leg to lift you up. Press up into your right foot, active through your right toes. Yes, take just 1 or 2 more breaths. You got this. Nice job, everyone. Awesome, Anya. Bottom of your next exhalation, right foot down, everything rests. So child's pose it out, or maybe it would even feel good just to find a kneeling position, hero's pose. Kind of roll out your shoulders, roll your head side to side or around in circles. And then just in your own time, friends, downward facing dog. Let's say your next 2 or 3 breaths. Feel whatever there is to feel. Feel your strong shoulders, strong arms, strong hands. Take 1 more big inhalation into your dog pose. And as you exhale, look forward to the top of your space, however you want to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, halfway lift position, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Nice, Andrea. Do that 1 more time. Halfway lift, so your butt sticks out, crown of your head reaches forward, side bodies elongate. Exhale, fold. And then see if you can come up with a straight spine. So all the way up. Big bend in your knees is really helpful. Arms reach up. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Let's flow with breath through a couple half sun salutes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Bend your knees if needed. So long spine as you dive down and then fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, let it go, bow. Find emptiness, connect to your center. Straight spine brings you up. So rise, inhale, reach. Very nice. Hands to your heart, exhale. 1 more just like that. Inhale, take your arms up. And exhale, take your slow dives. Lengthen traction out your spine, then fold it. Breathe in, spinal extension, spine parallel to the ground or to the horizon. Exhale, fold. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart. Take it all the way up to stand. Arms extend overhead, big stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And then come into a side body stretch. I'm gonna bring my right hand to my right hip and gently press my hips to the left. If there's some other variation that you would like to take, you're more than welcome. So just as long as you're stretching your left side, lots of weight in your left foot, nice solve, and then breathe into your left ribs. So imagine you're trying to pop up your left ribs. Beautiful, Beth. Take one more big full body breath and see if there's more space, more length you can find. Nice, Callie, back to center. Inhale, realign. And then as you exhale, other side. Think up and then over like a crescent moon or a rainbow shape. Lots of weight in your right foot. I saw some of you last time reaching your left toes out. That's absolutely an option if you want to take it. So right side long, breathe into it. Beautiful. Nice, Bogard. See if you can create more space in between your right ribs just by breathing bigger. Last round here. With your inhale, back to center, arms to the sky. And then as you exhale, sit back into a chair posture. So weight in your heels. Good. Bring your feet hips width distance apart for this one. All of your toes face forward. And then make sure your knees aren't coming forward of your toes. So you should be able to look down, see your toes, no problem. Very good. Maybe this is where you stay. So if you've got knee issues, I recommend or I invite you to stay here. It's up to you. If you want to come with me, arms parallel to the ground, lift to your tiptoes. This is called awkward chair. So feet are about hips width distance apart, and you're going to squeeze your inner thighs together, your inner knees. Slowly, 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 lower all the way down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Come back up. I know those knees, they're cracking. One more time, down. See if you can keep your spine long like you're going down an elevator or escalator, whatever it is. Inhale, high mountain. So if you want to, you can stay on your toes. You can put your heels on the ground if you'd like. Stay on your toes if you want. Dive down into your fold. So stick your butt out. Ooh, connect to your core. All the way down and fold. Very nice. Halfway lift, heels on the ground now. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. All right, now listen. Move into a side plank. Right hand is your foundation. So roll onto the baby toe edge of right foot, left arm up. Or if you want to modify, please feel free to bring your right knee down. Nice, Tiff. See if you can lift your hips high. So if your bottom knee is not on the ground, hips really, really, really high. Maybe left arm forward, bicep next to your ear. Maybe your left leg even floats up. Yes. So your personal fullest expression, give it one more full round of breath. Very nice, friends. Slowly plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Pause on your belly. Lift your heart, baby cobra. So not using your arm strength, just using your back strength. Float your hands up, reach your hands back. For this one, see if you can keep pressing down through the tops of your feet. So shoelaces are pressing down into the ground. Rather than using your glutes, you're using your back strength. Invitation to bend your elbows and imagine that you're trying to squeeze them together behind you and see if you can feel your mid-back muscles engage a little more. Lift a little higher. One more inhale. Lift, lift, lift. Yes. Exhale. Let it go. Good job. Rise up to hands and knees, tabletop position. If you feel like you need a regular kind of cobra or up dog to get there, feel free. So from your hands and your knees, we're going to take right arm forward and left leg back. So right arm forward, left leg back, spinal balance. And rather than creating a smiley face shape, see if you can feel a strong, straight, powerful line of energy. Yes, so navel to spine. Back of your neck is long, gaze down. One more in-breath here. As you exhale, elbow to knee, slowly with control, move through molasses. Inhale, re-extend, long, strong, powerful. Good, awesome. Exhale again, just like that, elbow to knee. Hollow out your belly, navel to spine. Inhale, re-extend. Last time, exhale, elbow to knee. Feel your strong core all the way to empty. Inhale, lengthen. Now, exhale, moving towards our half bow. So, right arm reaches back, bend your left knee, heel towards your butt, lift your heart. So, not just your head, but your heart. If it is available, grab hold of the top of your foot or your ankle. And then once you've got it, gentle leverage to work the pose. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Hug in with your inner thighs. So try not to let your left knee shoot out to the left. One more round of breath. Breathe all the way down into your belly. So good. Slowly release. See if you can find the spinal balance first. So neutralize. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Now bring both forearms to the ground, setting up for a full dolphin pose. So if it's helpful, you can grab opposite elbows. That's how far apart you want your elbows. And then forearms either parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, and especially press into thumbs and index. To modify, you can make a tripod with your hands for a little less intensity. Relax your neck. And everybody, before going into dolphin, just tuck your toes and hover your knees above the ground. So tuck your toes, hover your knees, your hips are lifting a little bit. Right here, see if you can find your really, really, really strong shoulders. So press down through your forearms, hug in with your upper arms, relax your neck. Now start to straighten your legs a little bit more as you lift your hips higher. Walk your toes in as close as you can. So maybe you're on your tiptoes, maybe your knees are bent, that's totally fine. Walk your toes as close as you can, and then 5 breaths. Try not to let your elbows drift apart. Try not to strain through your face. If you want to play in your own way, you're welcome to. So maybe you extend one leg, then the other. Maybe you're playing with forearm stand in your practice. Feel free to go there, to get curious, be playful. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds. I know this pose is hard. Nice, Andrea. It's one of the best poses we can do for, in my opinion, for our shoulders and our upper back. So be with it, soften around it. One last huge inhale. You've got this. Open mouth sigh as you exhale. And then bring it all down. Child's pose, embryo pose. So embryo is just like child's, but you're reaching your hands back. Maybe grabbing hold of your heels if it's available. Or if you want, again, you can sit up into a hero's posture and just kind of stretch however it feels good. Move around a little bit through shoulders or head, neck. So take this time to just kind of reconnect, recalibrate. Notice everything you feel. Slow, deep breaths. Downward facing dog. All right. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And then square hips this time. So inner thighs face each other. Good, Tiff. And your right hip faces down, slightly back. So maybe your right leg doesn't go very high. That's fine. Make it strong and powerful. Good. You guys look so good. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So hollow out your belly, push the ground away, then softly step forward, low lunge. Rise up to crescent lunge. So take your time. Yes, ball of your back foot. Energetically, you're hugging towards midline to find stability. So you're not sinking into it. You're hugging in, finding your widest stance. So get your legs as far apart as they will go and then hug back in. So front hip draws back, back hip draws forward. And then from that place, you grow into your unique expression. So that doesn't mean you do anything different or weird with your body, but you're feeling intentionally, what do I want to embody here? What do I want to invite in? Breathe, slow, steady, spacious, very nice, beautiful poses. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands to the ground and step your back foot forward about a foot or so, setting up for pyramid stance. So I personally like my feet on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. Some people like their feet on a balance beam. If your feet are on a balance beam, then your back foot should be at a slight angle, like a 30-degree angle. Come to a halfway lift position. Bring your hands to your hips. So as you are in a halfway lift, hands to hips, spine parallel to the ground, gaze down. Bend your front knee a lot. Now I want you to re-straighten your front leg really, really slowly by lifting your right butt cheek up and pressing your right thigh back. So I want you to feel as much as you can, right butt cheek lifting up, right thigh, the very top of it, pushing back, and see if you can feel your right quad start to fire. So the front of your thigh, you want it to turn on. Keep that. Take one more inhale. Now, as you exhale, keep pulling your right butt cheek back and up as you bow forward. So think of reaching your heart past your knee. It won't happen, but that's the intention. Hands can come down to the ground or to blocks, or maybe you like to keep them at your hips. You can use your right hand to press your right hip back if you want to. So feel or try to feel your right quad firing, engaging as the back of your leg is stretching. And sometimes you even start to get that little shake. That's a good thing. It means you've met an edge. So be with it, soften around it. Teach your body that it's okay to be with this shaking. It's not bad. Take about 2, maybe 3 more breaths. Nice, Beth. Very good awareness, you guys. All right, very bottom of your next exhalation. Bring your hands or your fingertips to the ground or blocks, and then just float your back leg to the sky. So standing splits for just a moment. Lift your left leg super high, active through your left toes. Relax your neck. So just like a one-legged forward fold. Take one more big inhale, lift, lengthen, and forward fold. Set your left foot down next to right, top of your space. All right, from here, walk your feet out to the width of your yoga mat, and then heels in, toes out, low squat, malasana. Elbows to inner knees, hands to heart. If this is way too much, you can always take a wider squat and a higher squat. So you're framing your mat with your feet and hands can come to thighs. Good job, everyone. If at all possible, heels on the ground. And if you can keep your heels on the ground, then see if you can work on picking up your toes and spreading them. If you want to, invitation to play with, cat-cows in your spine here. So notice what you feel in your pelvis, your groin. Maybe you lose some mobility in your upper back or your mid back. About 3 more breaths, either holding or exploring in your way. Breathe down into your hips. Soften your face. Nice job, everyone. Bottom of your next exhale, hands come down, hips lift up. Find your way into your regular forward fold, however you prefer it. So feet hips width distance or big toes touch. Halfway lift, realign, inhale. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet, rise all the way up to stand, arms to the sky. And hands to your heart center. All right, grab your strap. And who needs a strap? I know. Grab your strap or blow your nose, either one. Just kidding. Go. All right, so we're going to balance. We're going to take our strap around our right foot. So we're balancing on our left leg, and we're gonna pick up our right foot, take our strap around our right foot, and then from there, see if you can extend your right foot forward, holding onto your strap. So hold your strap wherever you need to so that your spine can be nice and long. So try not to feel like you're holding your arms forward and rounding. Nice and tall. Maybe you even have a bend in your knee. Press through your heel, pull your shoulders back and down. So holding for a moment with both hands. Flex your toes back, breathe here, hug in with your inner thighs. Now, slowly, see if you can open your left arm out to the left, right leg out to the right. Squeeze through your outer left glute. Woo. Hold here or fall out, come back in when you're ready. Press through your heel. Slow, deep breaths. Now, slowly, 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 see if you can bring it back to center. Now, here's the super fun part. See if you can switch your straps into your left hand. Reach your right arm back. And twist. Gaze over your right shoulder. Some of you are like, no, thank you. All right, now listen. Slowly unwind and just release your strap. Let it fall, arms to the sky. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Woo, shake it out. If your strap's in your way, you can move it out of the way. We'll use those again in a little bit. So shaky, 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 and then when you're ready, mountain pose. So standing tall, standing well, standing with awareness and intention. Root down through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head. And just take a moment, close your eyes and feel yourself standing. So feet rooting down like a mountain, taking up space. Feel your breath flowing through you, slow, steady, spacious. Stay as you are, fill up as big as you can, every single part of you, all that energy. And then open your mouth, great big sigh. Oh, good job. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, side body stretch to your right. You can make it your own. Inhale through center. Exhale to your left again. Make it your own. Inhale, center. Exhale this time. Hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. See if you can reach your hands back away from your body. And then maybe add just the slightest little back bend by puffing up your chest, gazing up. Press your hips forward, hug in with your inner thighs. Beautiful. One more inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips all the way down into your fold. Keep your fingers interlaced and hang out here for about 3 breaths with your fingers interlaced. So see if you can feel this stretch in the front of your shoulders. Sometimes it's very helpful to bend your knees a lot so that you can relax your neck a little bit more. Lift your sit bones high. Lift your knuckles high. Nice, Callie. Take one more big inhale. Awesome, Anya. Exhale, hands to your low back first, then gently release. Let your arms hang. Give them a little shaky shake. Ujjayi breath. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank, pause, side plank, Vashisthasana. Left hand is your base this time. So roll onto baby toe edge of left foot. Feet can be stacked or staggered, or left knee can absolutely come down to modify if you'd like. Lift your hips. So think of a crescent moon or an arch or a rainbow. That's what you're going for. Nice, Andrea. Maybe right arm forward. Good Tiff. Maybe right leg up. Now, all that effort, see if you can find a little softness. Last round. Very nice. Plank or modified. Inhale at the top. Find your strength. Push the ground away. And as you exhale, strong straight line all the way to your belly. Start with a baby cobra. So not using your arm strength, using your back strength. And then from your baby cobra, float your hands up, reach your hands back. This time, go ahead and float your feet up as well. Try not to widen your legs, but keep hugging in with your inner thighs. And even imagine you're trying to rotate your inner thighs in and up towards the ceiling. Stay here, or option if you want to interlace your fingers and then see if you can use your big, strong arms to lift you just a little bit higher. Yes. Use your back strength. Breathe down into your belly. Back of your neck is long, an extension of your spine, so gaze is slightly down. Last big inhale, lift, lift, lift. And release. Take a moment. You can rest your head to either side. Maybe swivel your hips side to side. Windshield wiper your shins. Breathe into your low back. We'll meet in a tabletop position. Okay, in your tabletop, find your strength first with both hands, both knees on the ground. So you're pushing down actively, strong arms, strong shoulders even. You should feel your pectorals engaging, those chest muscles. Belly button draws in and up so it doesn't feel like your low back is falling towards the ground. Feel supported. Take your left arm forward, right leg back. Good, Beth. So left arm, right leg. And as you reach, don't lose that connection to your center. Don't let your low back kind of bow down. So navel to spine, gaze down. Feel the length in the back of your neck and the sides of your neck. Take one more inhale. Reach, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you. Curl in, hollow out. Inhale, lengthen. Re-extend slowly. Exhale like you're moving through honey, elbow to knee. Very nice. Inhale, reach, strong and powerful. Last one, elbow to knee, all the way to emptiness, navel to spine. Inhale, re-extend. Now move towards your half bow. So left arm back, bend your right knee, lift your heart. So not just your head, lift your heart. See if you can grab hold of the top of your foot or your ankle. And then once you've got it, gentle leverage, kick foot into hand. You guys look so good. Pull a hand back into foot, inner thighs hug in. That will protect your low back. See if you can find active toes. So spread your toes as you hold your foot in your hand. Yes, you've got it. Soften your face. One last huge breath. Slow motion, release and re-extend. So find neutral spine, inhale. Exhale, set everything down. Nice, Sam. Come down to both of your forearms. One last dolphin pose. So to set yourself up, grab opposite elbows if that helps you. You don't want your elbows any wider. Then forearms parallel, or make your little tripod, relax your neck. So head is just heavy, but it's not touching the ground. Feel your strong arms. Push down with the belly of your forearms. Tuck your toes, lift your knees first, and just feel your strong arms. Then you can start to lift your hips and work your way into dolphin. So toes walk as close as they will go. And for me, I bend my knees quite a bit as I walk my toes in. So a lot of times bending the knees will allow you to find more connection to your center because you'll be able to lift up more. It'll also help you find more length in your spine and your side bodies. So bending your knees is not a bad thing. I don't know why people don't like to do it in yoga. Stay where you're at, or you can play. Lift your legs, take little hops, whatever you want to do. About 3 more breaths. Press your heart towards the back wall. Imagine that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. Yes, nice, Tiff. Take one last huge inhale. If you want, open your mouth, sigh it out. Everything rests. So child's pose, embryo, or anything else, heroes. Just feel. Feel all that energy in your arms, your shoulders. All that energy flowing through your body. It's always there. It's just harder to feel. It's harder to notice. Your next couple breaths, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, take your left leg high, three-legged dog, hips square. So with your square hips, notice if you tend to kind of sink into your outer right hip. So instead of doing that, hug in with your right inner thigh. So you want to keep everything hugging towards midline. And then from there, extending out. Take one more inhale. Nice Bogard, left leg strong and powerful. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So round your back and push the ground away on your back, tip toes, and then step forward softly. Nice Solve. Rise up as you are ready. Take your time, crescent lunge. Good, Sue. So all 10 toes face forward on the ball of your back foot. And it shouldn't feel like your legs are dying the entire time you're here. So if you're sinking into this, it's going to be a lot for your legs to hold. So you want to give them stability and support by hugging towards midline. So a lot of times in yoga, we think we're supposed to go just as deep as we can, but it's actually the balance. So stability with mobility, softness with strength. Feel your upper body, feel your expression. So you're being intentional with your arms, fingers, face. Take one more in-breath. Exhale, hands to the ground. Moving towards pyramid, step your back foot forward as much as you need to so that both of your feet are flat on the ground. But try to keep your stance as wide as you can, keeping both feet on the ground. So you choose all 10 toes face forward or that little angle in your back foot. Halfway lift, hands to your hips. So feel with your hands on your hips. You want to feel like you're level in your upper body. So if your right side feels like it's higher than your left side, how can you adjust? Everybody bend your left knee for a moment a lot. Get your spine nice and level, or get your torso, I should say, nice and level. And then by lifting your left butt cheek, start to straighten your left leg again. So slowly, left butt cheek pulls up, 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 back, back, back. And see if you can press back with the top of your left thigh. Maybe you even use your hand and literally push back through the top of your left thigh. So keep that. And when you are ready, work into your fold. So you want to keep pulling your left butt cheek back and up as you fold in. So imagine you're trying to reach your heart past your knee. It will not happen, but that's the intention we're going for, that length. And then think forehead toward shin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine. You can do whatever feels right with your hands. Take about 3, 4 more breaths here. And again, maybe you find what one of my teachers used to call the sacred tremble. So that little shaky shake, engaging through the front of your legs, stretching through the back. Lift your left butt cheek as high as you can. Pull it back, last round. Ah, so nice, everybody. Now work your way into a standing split. So hands on the ground or blocks. Walk your hands forward, float your back leg up. Won't hold it too long. Just find as much length as you can. So reach your right leg high. I don't care if high means 1 foot above the ground or 1 inch above the ground. Nice, Andrea. Maybe you want to take some sort of variation. Left arm behind left leg. Soft face, relaxed neck. One last inhale. And forward fold, right foot comes down. All right, this time walk your feet out to the width of your mat. And we're going to do something different. So we're going to take kind of a wide-legged forward fold. So invitation, if you want to even bring your feet to frame your mat. So your feet could come onto the hardwood floor if you want to. And from this place, we're just going to walk both of our hands over to our right ankle. So think of folding over your right leg. Sometimes I even like to kind of adjust my hips, adjust through my upper body. And then think of taking your heart, again, past your right knee. Breathe here about 3 breaths. Keep both legs as straight as you can, but a little bend in the knees is always nice for the joints. And then slowly, let's switch sides. So bottom of your next exhale, just slowly walk your hands to the left. Grab hold of your left ankle. Maybe you kind of work your torso around so it feels right in your body as you fold over your left leg. Yes, good. Nice job. All of your toes face forward, feet parallel. Feel your breath in your back body and even imagine your breath moving down the backs of your legs. Last round. Come back to center. And for a moment, see if you can reach your hands behind you. So palms face up and just reach your hands as far back as you can. If your hands don't touch the ground, you can use a block under your hands, or you can just let your hands kind of float in space as you reach back. So palms face up, resting down, or just hovering. Lift your butt up, reach the crown of your head down. Press into the inner and outer edges of your feet. So notice if you're rolling onto the inner or the outer and balance it out. Good job. Last round. And bring your feet in however you like them. So you can just heel toe in, hips width distance or big toes touch. Halfway lift, realign. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's come up really, really slow. So let your arms and your head hang and just roll up really, really slow. Keep a little bend in your knees. I'll say it about 1,000,000 times. I always feel like a broken record. Very last thing to lift is your head. If you ever get lightheaded when you stand up, just pat your head and kind of ground you. All right, grab your strap, friends. Okay, so balancing on right foot, lift your left foot, and bring your strap around your left foot. You can loop your strap around your hands if you want, makes it so you don't have to hold on as hard, then extend forward. So if you can grab all the way up on your strap and still have your shoulders back, go for it. For me, I think it feels really nice not to have my hands so far forward. So find the place where you can stand tall through your spine, shoulders back and down, flex your toes, press through your heel, hug in with your inner thighs. Focus your gaze on something in front of you that's not moving. Slow, deep breaths. Switch your strap into just left hand. And see if you can start to open out. So right arm out, left leg out. Squeeze your outer right butt cheek as you open your left leg. Press through your heel. Stay tall through your spine. Good job. And then slowly come back. Super fun part. Twist. Switch your strap into your right hand. Left arm back. Maybe gaze back. Good job. And then slowly unwind, release. See if you can keep your left leg lifted. Let your strap go. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Woo. Shake it out. I don't know if you guys can feel those muscles right here. They should be burning. It's called your medial glute. For some reason, people have the hardest time getting that muscle to engage. So when you open out, it's the muscle that you want to feel squeezing in. So if you have a hard time balancing, a lot of times it's because that muscle is not engaging, you're wobbly. So this muscle, same thing when you do a wide-legged forward fold, you want to feel these muscles hugging in. Same thing when you're doing a chair, you want to feel those muscles hugging in. For some reason, we can't get those muscles to engage very easily. So just start to bring more awareness, that's all. All right, arms down, mountain pose. Find your breath. Feel your body. Take a big inhale, hold in fullness. And then open your mouth, let it out. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side body stretch one last time to your right. Through center, breathe in. Other side as you exhale, up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, let's take a little baby back bend. Cactus your arms, puff up your chest, lift your heart. Inhale, realign, reach. And exhale, slow dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. This time, just take your vinyasa however you want to. See you back in a child's pose. So just rest back when you're ready. Hips to heels, forehead to your mat. Slow, spacious breath. All right, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. This time, open up your hip. So bend your knee, reach your right knee out and up. And guess what muscle you have to engage to open up your hip? Your right medial glute. So feel your outer right butt cheek kind of squeezing there. See if you can use it to lift your right knee a little bit higher. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, right knee towards left elbow or as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged dog. You can open your hip or you can just extend, you choose. Exhale, right to right, aim for your armpit. Inhale, back up. Now listen this time, moving into pigeon pose. So right shin comes forward. And now this is a nice stretch for our right medial glute. So set your body down gently, just like we did in pyramid pose, just like we do in crescent lunge. We want to do in pigeon. So front hip draws back and up. Some people are like, why would you do that? You're coming out of the pose. I can't go as deep. We're not coming out of the pose. What we're doing, we're plugging the femur bone into the hip socket. So if you just kind of plop into it, you're just plopping into your joints, exploiting the hypermobility in your joints. So you want to find first structure, stability, integrity, and then from there, then you soften, bow forward, and breathe. Nice job, everybody. Yeah, variations more than welcome. Take about 5 or 6 more breaths. Every exhale is an invitation to let something you're holding, something you're tensing, something you're tightening, just kind of let go and soften. Notice, are you tightening through your jaw? Are you tightening through your forehead or eyebrow? Just by noticing, see if anything shifts, see if anything happens. About 3 more breaths. Last inhalation. Fill up as big as you can. See if you can find an extra sip, extra little teaspoon of air. And out your mouth. So please feel free to make this transition your own way or start to come with me back to a 3-legged down dog. So you'll just plant your hands, curl your back toes under, take your right leg back and up, give it a nice little shaky shake, and then invitation to flip your dog as a counter pose if you want to. You do not have to. So only if that would feel good in your body. Wild finger flip dog, couple breaths. So nice, you guys. And then walk it out in a regular down dog. And as you walk it out, maybe you want to rock forward into a plank, move through a quick vinyasa, just kind of resetting on your own. Otherwise, just walk it out and feel whatever there is to feel. Right side versus left side. All right, inhale your left leg to the sky. Peel your left hip open. So bend your knee, reach your left knee out and up. Feel your outer left glute squeezing. If you can't feel that muscle squeezing, it's probably really, really hard for you to get your hip to open, and that's fine, but start getting curious about that. So start trying to connect a little bit more into your left hip. find more awareness. What's there? Take one more inhale, lift a little higher if you can. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, or as close as you can come. Nice, Anya. Inhale back up. Open your hip or just extend, you choose. Left to left, aim high, aim for your armpit. Inhale back up. Awesome, Jill. And then this time moving into pigeon. So slowly, softly, left shin comes down at the top of your mat and your body follows. Good. So find the strength, the stability, the support, the integrity. So integrity, just like in life, you can't always see it on the outside. It's something that you feel on the inside. So do you feel the strength and structure of this pose, or are you just plopping into it? Some people say, I could fall asleep in pigeon. If you could fall asleep in pigeon, then you're probably not finding the integrity in the pose. So start to find stability and mobility at the same time. It's the safest way to stretch our muscles and work our bodies in a functional way. Big, spacious breath. Every exhale. Oh, what can you soften? How can you let go just a little bit more? So what would it feel like if your body could relax around the pose just like 2 more percent, 3 more percent? Good, everybody. Beautiful awareness. With your last breath, invitation to inhale and just fill up as big as you can. Hold. When you think you can't get any more air, just an extra little teaspoon. And let it out. Good job. Slowly find your way back to three-legged dog. So either just planting your hands, taking your left leg back and up, or if there's some other way you'd like to get there, find it now. Give your left leg a nice little shaky shake. And then invitation to flip your dog on this side if you would like. Just because you flipped it on the other side doesn't mean you have to on this side. Our sides are different, so honor that. So good, everybody. Beautiful. If you're in the back bend, maybe 1 or 2 more breaths. And then everybody just down dog walk it out. So give yourself a couple rounds in down dog and then either move through a vinyasa to get into a child's pose or just set your knees down and sit back into a child's pose. Once you're in child's pose, just really find a sense of grounding. Let your body give in, be held by the ground, and almost as if your body is like a vacuum. Imagine it could vacuum some energy up from the ground, some rooting energy, some supportive, stable, constant. What does that feel like in your body? Safety, support, stability. All right, my friends, slowly start a transition onto your back. You can face whichever direction you would like and make sure you have your strap somewhere you'll be able to grab it easily once you're down on your back. And once you're down on your back, just hug your knees in and take a little rock from side to side. Give your low back a little massage. And then set your feet down, knees bent. Grab your strap. Lift your right foot. Bring your strap around your right foot. Extend your right leg up. So as you extend your right leg up, flex your toes back, press through your heel. So your strap is probably around your arch or kind of the ball of your foot. Find the sweet spot that feels best for you. Your left knee can stay bent with your left foot down, or you could extend your left leg forward. Imagine there's a heavy sandbag on top of your left leg. So take a moment right here, pressing through your heel. So if you notice, you guys, this is the exact same pose we did when we were standing and balancing. So some of you had your leg really, really low, and it's just the equivalent of bringing your leg lower out in front of you and taking your strap up higher. So all of you are perfectly capable of getting your leg straight up. You might just have to bend your knee. So feel how it feels to get your leg kind of perpendicular from the ground. Press up through your heel, flex your toes, even if that means you feel like you're bending your knee a lot. Pull down with your strap, press up through your heel. Switch your strap into just your right hand. Hopefully you have enough space. Extend your right leg out to the right, left arm out to the left. So your right upper arm can just kind of rest on the ground. Press out through your heel. So again, if your leg is reaching down towards the front of the room, you're probably perfectly capable of bringing your legs straight out to the right. You might just need to bend your knee, press through your heel. And really what you're doing is connecting to your center. So feel whatever there is to feel here. And then we're going to slowly find our way into a twist. I would emphasize the word slow because I think there's a really nice stretch you can get when you're still kind of facing up. Your right leg is still pointing up, but just slightly to the left. I like to stay there for a minute. So move into it slowly and feel everything there is to feel, eventually arriving with your right leg extending out towards the left wall. Your right arm extending out to the right, if possible, shoulders square towards the sky. If you're like, I am done with this strap, I am done with extending my leg, I would just like this twist, I would just like to relax, then let go of the strap and just bend your knee and enjoy the twist. Breathe down into your belly. Gaze up or over your right shoulder. Take one last big, huge Buddha belly breath. Slowly bring your right leg back up to center. And then go ahead and just release. So bend your right knee, release your strap. As you bend your right knee, hug your knee up towards your right armpit for a moment. So hands around your shin, squeeze in and up. And then take a half happy baby with your right leg. The sole of your right foot faces the sky. Now purposely, huge bend in your knee, pull your knee down towards the ground on the outside of your right rib. Your arm is inside your leg. Your left leg is still extended. Imagine a heavy sandbag on top of it. Last deep breath here. And then release. Take your right leg out next to your left leg. Micro Shavasana. Just rest here for a moment. Arms by your sides or out to your sides. Both legs straight, extended. For a moment, see if you can just feel into the energy of your right leg and your left leg. Do they feel any different? So not moving anything, not looking down at your legs, not touching your legs. You feel them from the inside. What's there? Go ahead, draw your knees in towards your belly, hug them in, little rock. And then set your feet down, knees bent. Lift your left foot, grab your strap, and take it around to the sole of your left foot, extend your left leg up. So try once again to point the sole of your foot straight up like you're planting it on the ceiling, not like you're aiming it towards the front wall. And then notice how this feels. If you're doing it here, you can do it when you're balancing. Just got to find your core, and that'll help you with your balance. So to find your core, your leg comes perpendicular to the ground, even if that means your knee is bent and you're pressing through your heel. Feel that connection. Right leg can extend, heavy sandbag on top of your right leg. And then whenever you're ready, start to open your pose up. So left leg out, right arm out. Keep pressing through your heel. Keep your hand as close to your foot as feels right. So it can be further away or it can be closer up. If it's further away, it's going to be harder to get your leg higher, worse. So play around with it and find the most beneficial variation or the most efficient variation in your body. Keep pressing out through your heel. Keep the backs of your shoulders down. And then slowly start to find your way into your twists. So come through center, and again, very, very slowly. So I think there's a really nice stretch you can get when your leg is just slightly over to the right. Your left hip is just barely lifting from the ground. Might stop there for a moment and then eventually all the way over. And if you just want to focus on the twist, you don't want to focus on the stretch in your hamstring, let go of the strap, let your knee bend, no big deal. All the way down into your belly, feel your breath. And as you feel pretty even on both sides, I'll leave it up to you. Eventually just come back to center and give your left knee a hug in towards your armpit. Squeeze it in. So release your strap, bend your knee, hug it in. Eventually half happy baby. When you're half happy baby, deep bend in your left knee, pull down with your arm, press up through your heel, flex through your toes. And then after a few breaths in half happy baby, invitation to turn it into full happy baby if you would like. Just kind of rock side to side or even extend one leg, both legs. So embody a happy baby, feel around. And then from here, if there are any other poses, any other stretches, movements that you feel like your body needs to complete your own practice, and take a moment to move through those. And eventually, just start finding your way into your final relaxation. So no rush. Start your transition into your Shavasana and just get there in your next, let's say 5 to 10 breaths. Eventually, my friends, you can let go of any control of your breath. Let go of any efforting in your body. And just allow your body to relax, to be held, to give in. So these last few moments, think of it almost like an integration period. You've done all that conscious breathing, mindful movement. Your body is now fatigued. Your mind is maybe a little slower, a little softer. So now just soak in all the energy, all the efforts of your practice today. Nothing to do, nothing to fix, nothing to control, nothing to solve. Allow yourself to simply just be and to soak it all in. Shavasana. A Perfectly Divine Mess by Jeff Foster. Bow to your awkwardness. Kneel at the altar of your failures. Smile at your clumsiness. Befriend your incompetence. Laugh when you stumble and fall. These are all perfectly precious waves in the oceanic vastness of you. Perfection is unattainable in time, but found only in presence. The presence of imperfection makes you real and relatable, and that is perfect. You will be consistent when you are dead. Until then, celebrate your silly old self, your marvelous inability to conform or to live up to any image at all. Don't bore yourself into a spiritual coma. Say the wrong thing just for once. There is such freedom in allowing yourself to screw up, to be kind to your mistakes, to kiss the ground as you rise again, to adore the falling too. Don't let your spirituality numb your humanity, your humility, and most importantly, your sense of humor. Take a deep breath in and just feel everything inside of you, everything you love, and even the parts that you hate, even the parts that embarrass you, that you wish you could change. Feel it all. Breathe into it all and then exhale and just let go, soften. Just feeling your aliveness, your humanity, the freedom of being in your body, feeling your emotions. It's available to you all the time. You can start to move a little, wiggle a little, come back into your physicality a little bit. And then as you're ready, roll onto your side, fetal position. Just giving yourself one last moment to feel the support of the ground holding you. Use your arms when you're ready to just slowly find your way up into seated meditation, right back where we began. So we'll close with just one big Om together. So try not to worry too much about how you sound, but just focus on feeling your own vibration, your voice moving through your body, expressing out your mouth, contributing to the sound of the whole. So hands at your heart center, exhale, empty out, clear your throat if you need to. Breathe in your voice. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here, letting me guide you. Namaste. All right,
Hi,
friends.
Helen.